praying, of course, for all our servicemen and servicewomen who are fighting in the Persian Gulf. It's a 3-2 game. I thought we'd have more goals tied, but let's look at the ones that we have. 5 of them have been scored so far in the first half of play.
Jan Goossens struck early, and we'll see him taking on Wes McLeod. Wes McLeod, the defender of the year in the league last year with the most blocks, but it's a quick release shot by Goossens, the right foot. He puts the hammer down and beats Noguera at the near post.
Goossens' first ever All-Star goal, but he's been hot lately.
Then the West goes up 2-0 on this chance here. It's Mitchell playing the ball through. Dale Irvine finds it and just puts it to the opposite side. Very strong right-footed player. He had the time to really wind up. Mitchell gave him a nice ball so that he could run onto it. Then it's a chance for the West to come back. The ball played inside from Thompson Usain to Kevin Crow, and Kevin Crow, what a scorcher this one is, with the left foot into the upper corner as Gorsick just watches it go by. He was nowhere near that one. What a great shot by Kevin Crow. Then things are evened up when Preki does some of his individual brilliance, taking on one player, then a second one, then getting off the left-footed shot to the near upper corner this time, but that's his favorite move. For him to cut inside, that's always danger for the goalkeeper and for the opposition, because once he lets loose with that left foot, he can find those upper corners. Then Ian Fraser, a defender, is able to clip the ball across the goal mile for the diving header to Chico Borja, who was just waiting there at the back post. Chico likes to be open like that and knows what to do when that ball is slotted all the way through. He uses the diving header to put it away behind Victor Noguera.
So Borja gets his 4th All-Star goal, and that's the go-ahead goal. Right now it's a 3-2 game in favor of the East at the end of the first half of play, and we expect to see goalkeeping changes. But first, let's look at some halftime stats, Ty.
The East with the advantage in shots, and I think part of that is the fact that you've got Kansas City players here playing in front of their home crowd. They're a little fired up. They want to put on a great show. The blocks basically even. A few more saves for Victor Noguera because of the more shots that he's had to face. The fouls, and the interesting note here is that for the most part, the referees have let the play just go on. They've not been nitpicking at all.
We are just about set for the start of the second half of play, and there are changes in the goal for both of these teams, and Scott Manning and Chris Vaccaro will be the goalkeepers now of record, with the East leading it by the score of 3-2. We've already had a chance to interview Scott Manning before, and he had some nice comments to make, and he said, as he's right, the pressure's not really on him in these All-Star games. Right now, we've got Mike Dowler standing by with his coach, and this one, he better be careful the questions he asks, and is the assistant coach of the East, Dave Clements. Mike?
Yeah, speaking of Dave Clements right now, Dave, you've got a lot of hot players out there right now, but are you going to try and give everybody an equal amount of playing time tonight?
Yeah, we're still giving them 3-line shifts and stuff like that. Everybody's going to play as much as they can play.
So, as I say, you're just going to make sure everybody gets an equal amount of time, because it is an honor to be in the All-Star.
We're equal opportunity employers, and it's an honor to be in the All-Star.
That's it. Back to you, JP.
Very good, Mike. Very political. Get your coach there. Dave Clements, the assistant coach, and he was a winning coach in an All-Star game.
Last time it was
back
played
here, right?
Yes, in '83.
And a former coach of yours, Dale Irvine, chasing it.
He coached me in that game.
Black along the boards. Ralph Black looking, trying to clear it. Comes back out. Here's Marinaro tucking it in. He wanted Savage. It's knocked back out to Irvine. They don't want to give Irvine. He's already scored 1 goal today, trying to use strength against Paul Wright. Nice job by Wright to stick with him. Strength-wise, that's no match in terms of Irvine having the edge. Speed-wise, no match the other way, because White, one of the faster ones in the league. Marinaro shot at his own player, Mitchell. Mitchell chasing it, now flicked back, and Chris Vaccaro is there. Vaccaro has had 4 20-win seasons for many different teams. Played 5 years with the old Cleveland Force and been a steady goalkeeper. Here's Paul Wright getting through. Coming out is Manning, and Scott Manning gets back quickly. Scott Manning on Baltimore's all-decade team in goal.
Well, like Manning said, he's just out here to have fun, so he didn't hesitate to come out from his goal. And talk about a guy who knows pressure. He leads the league in playoff victories as a goalkeeper career, and that's a guy who knows how to play under pressure. This is nothing, just like he said.
Great competitor. Ryan Quinn. Don't feel that what he said was kind of flippant, that there's really no pressure. No one wants to win more than him, but that's the way he handles it. Here's Tattoo. trying to beat 3 players that time, and goes down, goes back up, and then goes back down again. And again, you know it's an all-star game because he's laughing.
Well, he's built so low to the ground, it's easy for him to get back up, too. So we shouldn't have to worry about it as much. We see him on the replay here trying to squeeze through that East defense, and he just gets triple teamed, sandwiched, you name it, but he sticks with the ball, and that's really one of the great skills of Tattoo. As much as he's tagged along by defenders, he still finds the ball.
This is Vaccaro, who plays now with the Tacoma Stars, up to Preki, who spent so many years with Tacoma before coming to St. Louis as a free agent. Billy Ronson with it. We were told, read in the paper, in fact, this morning, that Preki's had offers to go overseas, but right now he'd like to stay here, play in this country, become a citizen, and stay indoors as long as that's successful.
Here he is cutting
to Tattoo. Tattoo against him is Billy Ronson, deflected away, and now it's Brian Quinn to Clavijo, across to Preki. 3-2, the East is leading at 12:16 to go here in the third quarter of play. This is how the second quarter started. A lot slower, a lot more deliberate, but then the chances came.
Well, talking about Preki's years in Tacoma, though, brings me back some great memories of the team they had with the Fab Four, the fabulous four that they had with Jungle and Preki, Ingram, and Gary Heel. And those were some great years in Tacoma. In fact, they came so close to winning the championship.
As close as 1 goal.
As close as about 50 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. There's Carl Valentine. Valentine right across to Savage, right back to Valentine. Valentine turns, goal! Great goal, Valentine!
Obviously a hometown favorite here in Kansas City. Back. Now what a nice little play by Savage. And look at the quick turn and quick release by Valentine. On the turn, he picks that upper corner, and part of the reason because Valentine does it so well on the turn, gets the shot off before Vaccaro's really
in the corner, trying to get it through. Recovery. Give it to Valentine, his first. So many of these players getting their first ever All-Star goal, and the assist going to Savage at 3:22 of the third quarter.
Nice pass by Savage.
I saw you out of the corner of my eye, and you knew as Valentine was turning exactly where I was going. In fact, of that goal up to Gary Hill. Gary Hill will knock it back to Mike Dowler.
Yes, I'm down with Cal Valentine. Cal, you know that shot now, let's be honest, wasn't corner where you...
I wasn't sure. I know I was going there, and I found myself on the top of the box. I tried to get it somewhere in the vicinity. We told to shoot high, so I did my bit, and it went in and decided about the goal.
Have you been working on those banana shots?
Be better than that, I think, Mike.
All right, back to you, JP.
Ty, thanks, Mike. Is that a soccer term, a banana shot?
Swerve as he turned, he catches the ball. But the reason you saw me applauding even before the ball went in, when you see a on the planet, should have come up with that save.
Well, I know you care who applaud the goal. A lot of the fans are to win, but they'll applaud a nice goal by the West. But these are with the East. Kevin Smith plays it off the boards, intended for Cross. Straight up into the air. Flipping back, Borja.
That interview sounded like it was coming from another planet, perhaps.
Give it now to C. And back for Wes McLeod. Canada team lead pass the other way. A nice job by Marinaro. Karich might have been thinking a little bit about that. He beat Marinaro 3 last week with the net.
The hustle, though, fouled that play down. West defenders.
Vaccaro's got to be saying, "Oh no, not him again." Here's her looking for. Wait for the ball. Kevin Crowe tried to lead him. Crowe still. Knock back. Gary Heel will collect it. Long one for the West. Manning with a deflection. What from Scott Manning. That's the goalkeeper. And it goes out of play.
What a tough defender to play against. Quick and close too, and willing to play physical if he needs. Many he does in his
34 years old, and some people will say, well, he can't be used to him in the open spaces, and if he slowed down, not Marinaro. Off the boards, Ronson just missed it. A funny spin as it came. He just missed. Good idea. Wide. And now everybody
talking about Clavijo's speed. I don't think he's any slower. I just think that there's been more into the some of the younger guys are just blazes. Paul Wright being one of them. Around the point. Wes Wade with San Diego. He comes to mind.
As you're with the East leading, and the East will be putting it in play. Marinaro, Ronson, on one another. Back now.
You can't allow top forwards like Dale Mitchell to have this or to hold the ball. You have to, that's what Clavijo excels at.
Ronson working back. Great job. Really picked up with Baltimore. Coming back, Morrow. Right side. Front, it's blocked and ran. Look at upstairs, and right now we've got Mike by in his debut.
Maybe not really. Another game.
You're having a lot of fun right now.
I'm having a great time.
There's some skill on that field, right?
It's a nice touch, you know, and it's exciting for the.
Well, congratulations.
Right. Playing with the championship team that he's on the San Diego. One out of the last in the Major Soccer League. The East is on top as we go away to Mike Downer. I'm John of the East. And that's the scene of the second. Carl Valentine. Even during the regular season is nothing great, but especially here in an all-star game. Here's Valentine. Carrot. That's a 3-goal lead. Jordan.
Like Carriage, very good on the turn. Some of the Valentine on the last goal. Around to put it past Vaccaro. Coming up here as we ball quick, get that shot early. Have another look at it here. The ball played in. Traps luck pops back to him again, but he knows exactly what to do.
Carrots.
Are you ready? One.
Here's Mobile. Back of the right side. Cross for Scott Manning. Now Carrots again. Playing.
Remember that Ken gave about slowing the game down a bit because he felt that the West had more speed. Do that more, knock that ball around a bit, and the air.
He can put them right back in gear. Very over the top of it. Scott Manning. Lost for Mobilio. Their teammates. Mobilio took. Yeah.
Release. Those hopes onto the run of Mobilio. Mobilio sees he's going to get beaten. Collars down to the turf.
Coming back. Precky foul.
left foot, right.
East out shooting the west, and man makes tough keeper to focus when you have those two guys up on the reset. Coming up, he was Brecky, pressured by
MSL is here tonight. Ed Tepper, he along with Earl Foreman, off. He wanted to say I'm back in Florida.
Duran scores a goal. So signs Olympics at $100 a goal. Be nice to see that benefit here. Be as pleasing up.
I think a just reward for Duran as Tepper started off from the corner. Well with well player the player coming from the back, Duran wide open, the quick low tries to stretch, but he can't get to it.
Duran gets and will go with
goal right. I mean, I got to really credit that too. He had in the back.
Oh, back. He's got again.
Goal from division feet here in Kemper.
And should look as if it might change. And how often do you see it? How susceptible they've just scored. So we hear Morera streaking through. He's a defender, but with the right assist. Chico Morera played a very spirited game. Forward that counts.
Kevin Smith. Right side. It's now 6-3 to East. Now has double the 6. Looking for their Borja, and Crow knocks it away. Great job defensively, but there's Morel for Dale Irvine, trying to hit it high off the glass and keep it in play.
Irvine, and he can, but not a bad idea. Just miscued. So
he's leading 6-3 here in the third quarter play. We still have 5:55 to go here in the third quarter. Hoop mid conference, and there's Evans in America Saturday at 12 and 4 Eastern time. From hoops to the pitch, as they call it, outdoors anyway. Soccer league schedule right now. It's still in the planning stages of the announcement out of this.
The whole idea here, some outdoors, and also concentrate the indoor season a bit more. So many times the players not as
Clavia.
Storm right back again.
Clavijo.
And you see it a banner year this year with the side pressure really helped. But playing with guys like Fernando Clavijo also helped. Carroll. Clavijo on the full run, and now is wise enough to the board behind the East defenders, and they put it away. Scott Manning drawn to the near post. That's where the Clavijo strike off. You see it just. He just had to do that before pull back into position.
He's come back as an even better player in the Major Soccer League. You're seeing from Columbus. And that goal came at 10:06. The last goal is one to the West, one. When you very vulnerable, very susceptible to giving one. So that's the it's been answered.
And if coaches had the answer to that, they'd have a lot more success. Some of them than they would otherwise. There's know it. First minute, last minute of a are not. And it's a subconscious psychological.
On the right side, it's Daryl Duran playing. Like he wanted a nice idea, but it just didn't work. Like I said, it might. Coming back, one of the mainstays of the Tacoma Stars and one of their popular players. Out of on the far.
He set up a pretty goal telecast that we had out of Tacoma. Come forward out of the back.
Tattoo. Listen, got arguing. Something else that happened.
Up and hit the West player's hand, but I don't believe that it was Tattoo creating havoc for the Eastern defenders, creating this all into Tattoo chasing the ball down in the corner, and he's sidestepped. The goalkeeper puts it on Ingram, just cracking the ball high in towards an end for the defense. We're sliding it. Now there's a foul. The goalkeeper what to do in these situations. Made sure that he got the ball going high. Also going to be covering the goal low. If you can get the ball up, it's almost sure goal.
First, players' very first All-Star goal. One of them is now standing by.
From looking down, really a 5 minutes. You have a run for 3. Oh, and that's the potential. The problem is, we haven't really been put a little fire underneath and let us really go at this Eastern Division side. Thank you, JP.
Thanks, Mike, and back to the action. On the field, got trying down.
We're talking about a little bit of confidence for the East too, because they to really keep the attacks going to the first half, because the shots Gregorian and on the West.
The last play to come within, trying to get around his man McLeod, who goes down along the boards. Again to Wes McLeod, now back to Barrow. And what are we supposed to do this quarter? 50 to go here in the third quarter. We've seen 5 goals scored, 2 minutes and 49 seconds. And that's for both teams. Barrow has more than he scored. In fact, he and season. So they're good at setting up their teammates.
Well, the great thing about it, attacks instantly materialize, and that allows goalkeepers to be that much more important of your offense. They can come up throwing and immediately launch counter.
And knows that his goalkeeper starting is so gifted with his feet in Manning and Carl. I think are those in distribution.
With all of it, obviously through than anyone.
Irvine fleck now to Rundved. To Chico Borja. Had Carrick behind Clavijo, but not for long. Here's Paul Ross. In Holy White was free.
Seeing Holy to catch man guard, but I think it's seen a little much of this game to fall for something like that. Ready for just about any. Ready for that shot.
Knocking it.
Now, interestingly enough, it's the West team that's slowing the game down, and you would think down, but they feel that they have East kind of back on their heel.
They're the ones using some of that back. Unfed all the way out of George Fernandez.
That's a player, but it's there.
Scott Manning. To go in the coming.
Save. That was a good non-call there by the referees.
That save by Carl might be better called self-defense. Here's Rundfed. You got to call.
To be fair, the ring got it a little bit. Carriage makes it look like he broke. But Carriage is so good. Back to the body. Carriage, yeah, he's going to argue. I could deliver and it was slightly late.
On a play again. Stop with 37 seconds remaining. Heads for a little bit of breather. Moreira will be playing in our game on Sunday against those two teams at Eastern. I say big game. Still plenty of left in the game, but these teams try to win now. Some momentum when it comes down to the stretch drive. Thematically, either
Mentioned they've both changed. Never count on this year. Someone he's
Tattoo along the supporting cast for Dallas has not been as Moreira. And there's been some changes there as well. Here's Mitchell. Cross. Ron. Power. Candy. Played out. Intended for Mitchell.
he did hands.
I told him he went back the Tattoo with Billy Ronson. Look out. All-star. That's a tattoo.
Hustling towards here, taking up and the shoulder. He uses his own shoulder. Could debate with that one, except of course at the board just. But Tattoo feeling the effects of that one, and Ronson shoulder guard. Use it if you've made a full at the guy. It's like charging and high.
Six. Ron Newman. I said before the game. Obviously, this isn't really a trick. You do the regular season. He feels for a goal. With well, I wonder what this one is all about. That ball played in the air. I'm guessing it was for something. It's hard.
I'm wondering what Marinero was complaining about in the first place.
Out there.
Yeah. That's too that did not have a shirt way on.
Yes.
Players called for that in the year and last year as well. Not allowed to have their shirt on. Leo may have done on it. In the
look over thing. Most successful coach when you combine indoors and outdoors. Ron Newman. Well, they can joke about it now. Or they
out of Ron Newman, he seems to be in the a bit.
Carriage serve the penalty. They just 2 seconds the penalty. They don't score. Will sit. Clavijo watches it play to come just wide. That would have been there in time, but closer to the net. So we are at the end of 3/4 of play, and the East is still strong as we regional. Watching Daniel Major Soccer League game here in Kansas City on Sports Channel. Major star game on Anheuser-Busch Corp and Bruce at Bush is their new time sponsor. The major.
We've sponsored the MISL, the inception of the league, and we're very proud of the star game.
Budweiser's always been a big supporter, or Anheuser-Busch. of the outdoor game, will you consider soccer?
As you know, the Budweiser recently announced our with this national program. We will be a sponsor of the team, the U.S. women's teams as they prepare for cups. And the men play in the 1990 announcement. Feel that we need a strong outdoor league so that we don't have to play in Europe to get ready for the World Cup.
Bruce, where does the line? Is it mostly towards the Olympics or level?
That's definitely where the money is needed to put the games on exhibition as any qualifying setter for the World Cup. Chief source of so yeah, that's certainly where it goes.
I know you're an ex-player, so see that and how to be involved in the great game of soccer.
Yes, it means a lot. A good business reason for us to be here. A lot of fans in the stands here are drinking our products, and from that standpoint, we're out.
It, but by a couple of overtimes. All play.
The West still on their power play. Unsuccessful the first time out.
And that guy's and play goals on the season. Right, Quinn now to here. Or there's Quinn. The boards wide. Looking to get it to Precky. West for the first time since it was even at 2 in the fourth quarter. Precky. Hermes. What he's saying, and you mentioned it before, that left foot. Boy, did get that shot off in a hurry. Get more than he can handle. So we'll see Precky, who dished over to Hermes. Tattoo it on. Caught the board, glass, back off into Manning, and that foot. He unleashes it with the push arm. It just bounced the back. Got that much he can. A great game, one of the more entertaining. Not just All-Star game. That's how he celebrates the goal. Scores them for San Diego, and this year he scored. To be exact, for the San Diego Sockers. Back now to Frazier. To deadlock. Bois got a goal, and then East was on as many as goal. Clavijo. Right side, Precky. Coming back. On that last, which was in. Could go ahead and score by Thompson. Manning got a piece, not all. By the West Division team, and this time on the contact, they make it pass. Seeing a great picture. We're going to look at the pass. Clavijo. I'm a for this. This is not just a pass in the general direction. Right on the money. Look. Scott from the nicely you seeing makes quick of it. Manning gets it as he tries to, but Fisher under pressure just knows how to put it away. 2 goals, 43 seconds. Coming. You talked before about confidence. The West has had it at the latter stage of the third play. Right. You can see the East slipping. We'll head back. Now the right side, it's by Billy Robinson. Quickly to Mike Thompson, you see him, Mike?
Yeah, Tomo, I mean, you've really turned the Jets.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're playing better well. And since we're now almost at...
All the best.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike. Thompson, you see the goals, has 3 on Mitchell. At the end of the game, the media covering today and will pick him and side Billy.
High pressure it has been by West. The East trying some of it now. But they've, in general, West high pressure, you can see, as the West now has pulled, even though they were down.
Let's play in this one. Now it's back as Black, the defensive. Hung on to Tattoo. Tattoo trying to sit into the corner. The forwards now. Two get back now. He has 7 hat-tricks here. That's the explosiveness of like a tap. A Jan who came in the game. We're into this break with 5 hat-tricks 6 times. Crow and it's across, but no follow-up on the left side. Taking that pass from Morera. Wanted Hermes who was 5 bet. Now 2. He shook loose from that. Calling you more competitiveness now at the stages of the fourth.
You're guys trying to hold up. Almost past Ronfed. Ronfed in there just a little.
7-6 Westing it. Here's her shot. Nice save. Cleared out the other way. And they're going to call the handball.
The ball in his own half. It's almost. He had his hand leading his own move, and it did come off the arm in front to him. So he'd have been walking in
his second All-Star appearance. That danger for Vicaro. Trying to get by Crow. It's a patented move, but Crow seen that a lot. They were teammates in San Diego. Godfrey Ingram with heel Precky takes it to the boards. One Precky Ingram away behind somebody. Penalty. Maybe because of the boot. That made it a little harsh. The inside track on Karich. Karich uses his arms too. You're going to be a great angle. It's a foul. The little after the game knows to. Levijo will head to the box, and his speed, he maybe needs to maybe on a try. And when you try the arm behind the ball, really turns out looking the wiser of the two because he's able to draw a shootout. Right. We lost the shootout right in the midst of all of that and then the replays, but it's a for value. Tie it. One-on-one Valentine versus Vicaro. Valentine straight in. He's got 5 seconds to shoot it and he missed it. Oh, the goal is tie. Didn't matter. He had Harold, but he was open. Carroll comes out. How far he side of the goal when he
to cut the ball back. He can't get his hips around it.
And he's got enough time his out on him there. 5 seconds.
Well, you
seems like a lot. No.
Because the goalkeeper get back into the picture too, but he did. And he took
2 minutes. They didn't score. There's Vaccaro's view of the situation. Trying to get. Here's catch. Cleveland best percent efficient for the last 8 years. Here is Carroll in the corner, double team. Black in there, so is Durant. Daryl Durant looking. Carrots, ball in play. Borja had a man open. It was blocked one. Carrots.
fakes there. Zoran Karic. He's so slippery. You never know when he pull the trigger.
5 left on the power play. B.E. Valentine. All right. A lot of pressure on.
Stepping.
Brings it to. Couldn't handle it. Brian Quinn coming across. Bump Karic and now. Penalty by area.
Karic is a real battler, as you saw there in that collision. The league along the board had a collision just before we're of it, but the defensive players like that because he's willing to take the answer. He's willing to defend for his physical play. He'll.
Games, and how about that penalty killing? 4% narrow. We talked before about the power play, but those are some good penalty killers too. Here's right across, and Quinn with a good read. Perfect position for Quinn. Here comes Heck. Right corner to ball. All the way across, missing on West. Shot is blocked. Give Ralph Block for the block. Oh, clear. There's Manning. Oh. Garrett did well to hang in.
Oh, good. Kevin Crowe. Reading.
Carl Valentine. Out of Carriage. For Billy Ronson. But try to deny some of that. So here's Marinaro across to Ronson. And Ralph. Across. Shot wide of the post.
Well, handed to the Crow. The right first. Here's two stabs at it. The one he lived over.
Here's Preki coming back. Score for Preki. Angle.
It may have deflected off the defender, but disappointed because it came so quickly.
Preki with the goal, and that comes about 13 seconds apart from the crowd as take one as well. East now down by one. Long shot by Irvine. Not bothered by an injury, and we're nothing serious right now. They just don't want to.
In fact, it's a new injury. It's
no.
That he's been nursing for some time.
Pull him back. And I say that in jest. Wants to player get hurt in this game. Daryl Duran in a battle. Block that. Now took himself. Cut. Ralph Black. Intended for use. Could 2-on-1 with the Cian. Leading it.
Time. Paul Wright still nearly got the ball. This game for the East, 5 for the West. So the hesitation on the part of these teams to shoot has certainly stopped. Going at it.
Comes 4 6. Another. Not this. Blocked by the West. And south for going to be not a popular one here in Kansas City. Call nonetheless of a stoppage in play before about being heard. Let's find out what it's all about. Go down to
Yeah, just a little bit, you know, I just don't want to take in there. Of the game for me to play with an injury.
We're not getting any more of you. Squad.
thank you, Mike. Goal. We talked with scoring by as you'll see. That's because the goal.
Flurries, if you look, the second quarter was really the only goal because now in the third there was fourth.
In the 2 is 2 for tripping at 9-16.
Goals in the first 3 minutes of the game.
That's right.
My knee's bad. I'm not.
His president made that foul. It's not going to be you and I up here. Here's Tattoo. All the way. Now to take the lead. Out of her man. But a chance for the West. Lead is knocked back. Nice work.
Well, they've got one of the best makers in the game here who's running power play. Left here, shooting. On Hermes.
Here, looking for. It's a great shot.
That's one he loves to bat. Put him on goal. Get him score though. Some shot out of the air and just drills him.
Now here's back. Ahead of him. Back to there. Now it's being cut down by Morero. Left.
Carroll read it so well because that was designed more as a pass. He spread it. Because we'll have a great run by Morera as he broke out. Before that play, he's read it. He's guessed. The save.
Christopher, like all soccer, applauding soccer to out is indoors. So momentum and style. Only one goal.
It's an 8-point in the third quarter in 4 minutes and 8 seconds. We have 5 goals. And again, players are definitely type of offensive effort.
Shot is by Vaccaro. Back ball right. Right, playing it left side. Do you see in seconds left? Down. Morero. Over. Carrots come. Scott Manning with it. On bed. Run everyone years back as prime defense.
Right up there too.
So many great. Yeah. Here's Borja, only player to win 3 times. Here's Carrot. That's down one of the only. Going to go. Record Kenny Ford Cody had it for at least 3 full. Longer than I've seen him wear one. He's usually got the. Here's Irvine in the right. Tees it up. It's the flex wide ball.
It's on. Come back into it. They had led the game. Suddenly they were behind. Now they gamble. It off. Doesn't know where it went. Great by Chico Borja. The ball pops out to him. No panic. Just get it in to Mitchell. Do with it.
Mitchell always plays. City gets his 4th All-Star goal. Arnaro coming back the other way. Broken up. Clivy. Side to Preki. Lead. Shot. 2. That's the best. 3 on. Gives it back to Marinaro. 2.
And shifted again.
Ask me in a few more seconds.
Well, you could maybe
the crowd.
Well, started going to a defensive shell. And
that power where they able to score. The East Killers got the job. Here's that kept it going. McCourt is all saved by Vaccaro. And you know how if they be that Mitchell. In regulation. The most win. Right side boards for Tattoo against George Fernandez. Footer. Manning is right.
That's a defender. You know you're one-on-one. Contain the best of the Tattoo still got on. Well, they're on. Harris 12th and your soccer strike seconds up in regulation. Almost 14 there.
He got a shot was broken.
Scott Manning, though, to keep this game alive for his East team.
Would have been the game win. Back to McCourt. We're 15 away from over. 8 seconds. Heel is broken up. Scooped up by Manning. Fairly. Irvine get out. That's it for regulation. Not done.
Possibly could. And man, shot. There, it looks like he's got an empty net, and he doesn't give up on it. What a battle! He's still alive, and then another. That's the goalkeepers from the great ones.
Overtime again. It's an 8 tie at the end of the week right now for the regional break. We are headed time. Come back to overtime. Scored 66. All-star game play and place. I have a feeling
shifting back, and it's really fitting, to tell you the truth, because to pick one team in this is difficult because both and refuse to lose. Win will.
One team against the receiving, and then when he said, I don't know, and I said, I'm sure if it's gone.
And anybody part of this game, he's a coach now, he was a player, it's the same thing.
And he the same. Tackle from the there, maybe got his hair trimmed. Over to work. Part of the good crowd. 13,017, including families of our servicemen and women. Version star history. That tie when he these Valentine.
It's a fun game. It's designed. It's an extra game.
Ready to put it in play for the East. Run. Stake here and could be.
There's a little ball involved for the winning team.
Handball before. And possession for the West. Looking to long. Pass intended for Crow. He back. Cutting.
Normally the villain here, as we mentioned earlier, when he for the but fine to finish off chance. Saw the opportunity ahead of him. Go Borja, and he's a gamer. He's doing,
and he's a danger too.
He's a danger.
Tell you what, some guys might hurry up right out.
God,
sure.
No, but he in the gut. So the true for
he was just applying the fan. I don't know why, because they really helped gain some scale.
Help the East team. He's leading the break. Borja into the Carroll is fighting out. There was a dance after celebration, but the dance there was able to beat Vaquero when Vaquero slid it.
Game-winning game today. Well for the East Taylor.
Congratulations, you thank you very much. But what does it matter? What we won the game. It's 9-8. What the this is what it's all about. Indoor soccer. This is exactly the same. Right? Everybody plays. Watch out today. Best in the I think he said it all. Back to you, JP.
The game. Because it was tremendous. Players, this is a great game. Over there. And another goal. And Carrot very alertly plays the ball in space so that can now and this. He just dances, keeps the ball under control. For him and for the entire East and West, a tremendous exhibition. Skill and composure.
A lot that Carl could do. I want to go into the back of the net. 17 for on a donation incorporated. Mike Dowler. Mike.
The winner was great fans, and it was a low-scoring game, but we knew it was a matter of time before it opened up. And I'm really happy for the city Clements, the city players. We did ourselves for this game. To believe in it, and a brilliant end to a night. So much talent on the field. You had but sometimes. Yeah, I want him to be his time left on the clock. We could do it, right? Smart. This ending. Thank you very much.
Sports Channel America debut. Chance to meet.
It was a good set up as, but never see a man. These are professional athletes. Soccer. These guys are so. We see him here exhibiting tremendous, fantastic skill. The ball in and all-star game for his team. Everybody's responding to it. Really come. Don't care. Fighting back, trying to put on their.
Of Kansas City, and for one night he tall wing. But for the side kicks, and that sets the stage for Sunday's matchup in Dallas at Reunion Arena. Joining us at game Sports Channel America. This as Chico Borja celebrates. Major Soccer League All-Star game, and for Keo, Mike, Paul Della Camera bidding you good evening. Kansas City, Major Soccer League All-Star game where the East wins it over.